Hello, Scorpio, and a special happy St. Patrick's Day to my Irish Scorpios. And that also includes everyone else because we can all use a little luck of the Irish. So I am doing a fortune reading for St. Patrick's Day. Um, so I did a little meditating, pulled out some cards for your fortunes, and Spirit has a message for you about your career, which is pretty good, but there are some things that you need to look out for. One, we have desk, says pay attention to your work. Pin is new job or career. Lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. And goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. And in this case, it really looks like it's both. So, wow, judgment is our focus card that goes along with lightning. It's interesting that lightning is the center card here. Um, this can be, a lot of you are in jobs that you've been in for a while and things have been kind of stale for you, where, you know, you have no love in this job any longer, if you ever did. But, your tolerance at any rate for this situation that you're in is waning. Um, so your relationships with your coworkers can be suffering. And I'm not at all saying that's your fault, you know, but Spirit is saying that you need to kind of internalize things and bite your tongue a bit because stooping into low vibration is going to block you in your path. So, because you've got material wealth coming, and a new job and career, some of you are finding great new jobs that are going to satisfy you financially and emotionally. Um, but this process is going to gain you some spiritual growth, especially in the working through of your temper and your resentments and that kind of thing. Um, this is kind of a choose your battles type of energy where, most of the things that anger you about people, it's just if you just detach yourself from it, like whatever they're doing is because of their own dysfunction, it's not really about you. Their negativity doesn't belong to you. So it's like just you can only control your own behavior, right? You can't control others. So if other people want to be douchebags, then let them be that, you know? And there doesn't always have to be a calling out of people and trying to correct them and that kind of thing. If they want to be right and have the last word and things, all right, let them have it. Whatever. You know why? Because you're paying attention to your work and focusing on this new path that you're building for yourself. And also that the universe is going to present to you as well. And the judgment is talking about that too. Judgment talks about, in the traditional Rider Waite, this is the people, rising out of coffins with the angel waking them up with the horn. So this really talks about the greater good in your life that is brewing at the moment. And, you know, you're growing into a butterfly. Don't let the caterpillars drag you back down into the caterpillar life. So, what else you got, Spirit? We need at least one more card. Then we got the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups, which talks about, kind of, the Ace of Cups kind of talks about a soothing of your nerves from spirit. You know, if you keep your heart and intuition tuned to the frequency of your spirit guides, you're going to see how much easier it's going to be to navigate through all the nonsense that you're dealing with right now. The Lovers talks about better relationships and where you're going. And this doesn't necessarily need to be romance, right? The Lovers is about a choice that you need to make, to a choice in the direction of your own happiness, right? So this is a movement towards people who with whom you resonate with, away from these people who create the lightning in your life. Um, Queen of Cups is about one who tends to their feelings. She is controlling, she is nurturing and protecting her own heart and her own energy. So there's got to be, while you're in this atmosphere, this environment that makes you unhappy, there is a way to nurture yourself and tend to yourself so that the nonsense doesn't affect you. And that's something. I was in a job for 17 years, and um for a good deal of those years, I'd say for at least 15, no, yeah, well, maybe a little less, at least 12 years of those uh years that I was there were super toxic and miserable. I remember the first few years of that job, it was lovely, and then it just kind of fell apart. Um, and we had taken on some toxic people and whatever. Anyway, it was only towards the latter half of this job where I was really starting to find my connection to spirit and to be able to kind of let things roll off my back, you know, where it was like on a daily basis, every little thing got on my nerves because there was plenty to be annoyed about, to be sure, at this job. But I learned to not let it affect me. And it was because I was constantly in touch with spirit. So this is what the Queen of Cups is really good at. She's very nurturing of her own energy and heart. Seven of Pentacles, of course. One would expect for this to come out. Seven of Pentacles talks about, that's the one where he's standing in front of this little pentacle patch that he's growing, and he's kind of leaning on his garden tool, like, oh, should I continue? Um, so this is like a disgruntlement of your situation, like, I really don't want to be here anymore. Uh, okay, let's see what we got in this pile over here. One more spirit. Knight of Wands. I'm not sure that this is a suggestion. I think this is more of what's presently happening, where you're taking action to improve your situation, um, which is apparent here. The paying attention to your work in the new job career. That's just pay attention to your work is just reminding you not to let things bother you and just keep your nose in your own business and your own um, self development. Um, but Nine of Wands is you working on that new career that you want to make, or putting out those resumes, going on those interviews, that kind of thing, where you know yes, you're unhappy, but you're doing something about it. you know Knight of Pentacles is the same energy of you know you doing something to improve your situation with the Knight of Wands, um and you confident in your actions and how you see how they'll pay off. um Tarot clarity, no. That's all we need from the tarot. Messages from the universe. We doing Ganesh as well? No. Unicorns. Soul truth. Esther Hicks. Sacred destiny. Whispers of love. Whispers of love. It is okay. Messages from the universe first. No matter what happens, no matter how far you seem to be away from where you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelenting belief that things will work out, that the long road has a purpose. That's just confirming what you already feel. I think you see your road. Um, but don't fall for the tricks and traps on the way there, especially the people who, don't have your back. Even if they don't know what you're doing, deep down they might have an inkling subconsciously that you've got something good brewing, and they're going to do anything they can to sabotage that. The journey wasn't the smoothest or the most pleasant lately, but everything is coming together. Your patience, strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded. The wait is almost over. Hold on. You see, that's what this is all about, right? This is like you've got great things coming. Just hold on and don't slip up because, like you're walking through the door. Don't let anyone like yank you back. Prioritize self healing right now. Put your needs above others for once. It's time to focus on you. Self healing takes time and a lot of self love. Remember open wounds. Don't heal. Remember, open wounds don't heal into scars overnight. Take the time you need in order to feel happier and healthier within yourself. There's no rush, right? You have plenty of help from spirit, and you're doing everything you can do in your power to improve your life. Don't break your back trying to speed things up because you're annoyed and you want to get the F out. You know, just take it easy. Whispers of love. You know what? Want to do soul truth first? Nope. Spirit's like, nope, go straight to whispers of love. Okay. And the choice of whispers of love here really tells me that you guys are going through it. And trust me when I tell you, Scorpio, I know what that feels like. I was in a job situation. Thank God I'm not in that situation where, you know, any success that anybody had, um, there was jealousy and sabotage. And, it was really like caged animals type behavior where everyone was stepping on everyone else's toes to get a crumb of recognition. It was just not good. And I'm feeling like that's the situation that you're in, and you've had it. You're up to your eyeballs with it already. I can't shuffle these cards, guys. That's why I'm separating them like this. This is the way I find the card. Okay. Oops. I got it. Do something for someone. Give your attention to another. Okay. Let's look here. I'm already getting the feeling that there's so much daily anger and, you know, stress and nonsense that you have to deal with that it's the kind of thing that no matter how spiritual and loving you are, it can harden your heart a bit. Or at the very least just affect your mood and make you feel less loving, you know? Hold on, guys. My kitty is honey bunny. Okay, sweetie pie. Hold on, guys. Okay, so it's really super rare when she does this, where she wants to get up on the table and she is like digging her nails into me. And she doesn't want me to put her down. So I think this is really, she's bringing some energy here where TLC is definitely needed. Um, let's see, what? something for there's where's the number? Oh, on the top, 41. Sorry, guys, this is a new deck, so I'm not quite familiar with it yet. Okay. Do something for someone. Give your attention to another. Sweetie, really? When you do something kind for someone, you create an opportunity for your relationship to be re energized. How can you be considerate towards someone today? Insignificant things can have a big impact. Imagine how amazing your life will be when you are consistently doing kind and loving things for others. Do something for someone. It does not need to be someone you are close to or that you see every day. You might choose to do something for someone you don't even know. Just choose someone and do something nice for them. There are so many ways to act with kindness. Open the door for someone who has their arms full. Greet everyone you see. Never underestimate the power of a smile or positive attitude. Put extra change in a parking meter. It doesn't take much to change someone's day. Nature's child lovingly pets a rabbit while other animals gather around. Rabbits are signifi- a signifier of compassion. They remind you to look inside for tools you already have. The deer is here to emphasize limitless kindness. Take a moment to consider how wonderful it is to give to someone. Brighten someone's day is a wonderful experience. Brightening someone's day is a wonderful experience. Okay, so as I was reading this, I was reminded of um, a year where, well, the first year anyway, that I was feeling, I had had many losses, many deaths, and other types of losses in my life. And it was approaching Christmas, which is my favorite holiday. I'm really one of those cuckoo Christmas people who like to deck out the house and go crazy and wrap lots of presents and stuff. So, but the people, the majority, like almost all of the people that I would usually buy presents for and, do nice things for Christmas were no longer with me. And it was, really bothering me that year. I miss wrapping presents on Christmas Eve. Um, so I thought to myself, just because you don't have close friends or family to do it for doesn't mean that you can't do it for a stranger. So I bought a whole lot of things and wrapped them up real nice and put them in gift baskets and whatnot. And went to Port Authority. I'm from New York, by the way, and gave out Christmas presents to the homeless. Um, and it was just my way of, and it did the trick, right? It made me feel much, much better. I had some very nice conversations with some of the people, and, it was just, I made a nice Christmas for myself during a time where I felt nothing in my life is going right. So, yeah, helping someone else when you're in a bad situation often will pull you out of that feeling of futility and, you know, constant low energy and that kind of thing. So give it a shot. Doesn't have to be exactly what I said, but, whenever, you know what? Now that we're talking about it, the universe is going to present situations to you where you can be kind to others. You'll start to notice it. That lady in the grocery store, the old lady who you see in the grocery line ahead of you about to pay, and she's like really pinching her pennies, and you can tell like she's struggling to pay for her groceries, you know, lend a hand and pay for her groceries, that kind of thing. You'd be very surprised at how that nourishes your soul, you know? And it can be egoic, like, oh, I did this thing, you know? Which, whatever, it's okay. But deep down, it does something to your soul where, and it brings you good karma as well, right? But it's like giving your heart a warm bath, of just finding the kindness and extending it to others and paying it forward, you know? So, what else we got? Sonia Choquette, Esther Hicks, Soul Truth. We've got Unicorns, Ganesh. What else do we have? Mindful Messages. Hold on, guys. Your higher self. Here we are. Perseverance. It's just simply spirit, divine timing. Keep going. It's going to happen. It's happening. And that's the message that's kind of been permeating the entire reading, that, keep your patience, keep your cool. Don't let them get on your nerves. You're getting somewhere with what you're doing, and your efforts will pay off very soon. Okay, guys? So I think that is the message. Scorpio, you've got a beautiful life ahead of you. You're at the end of this dark period, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. Okay? Happy St. Patrick's Day again. Much good fortune to you. Love, light, and many, many blessings.